krijg je zulke mooie blauwe ogen als dat ik net bij mezelf heb gemaakt? Nou, we zijn bij een perspresentatie van Estee Lauder. En de international make-up artist Blair Patterson is hier vandaag aanwezig en die gaat ons daar alles over vertellen.
Hi, my name is Blair Patterson. I'm the global premier makeup artist for Estee Lauder, and we are here in Amsterdam launching Pure Color and Blue Dahlia. I've been with Estee Lauder for about 8 years, and I'm spending my summer in Europe, kind of touring all over the place to Russia and Asia, bringing them Pure Color. Pure Color began about 3 years ago. We couldn't just launch a line of new colors without launching a line of new textures as well. We have 3 of them. For the glosses and for the eyeshadows. We have a matte texture, a satin texture, and then a high metallic. They really wanted to make this line sexy and interesting and different. And they couldn't have done it without calling in my new boss, Tom Pichot. We have 2 different versions of it. We have Blue Dahlia, and then we have the Violet story as well. I just want to let you know that we had to do it, whenever we launch a color story, we always want to do a color story in a cool and a warm tone. So when you look at it, you have to imagine an X and an O, okay? If you go this way across the color palette, you're going to get a cool story. These 2 shadows plus your black. If you go this way across the color palette, you're going to get a warm story. If you use all of them combined, you're going to get a very dramatic eye.
Blair, what do you think about my blue eyes?
Where did you learn to do those? I think they look really nice. You know, I was talking to a woman earlier about blue eyeshadow, and she said, when did you know that this was going to be a big hit? And I said, I've been waiting. You know, I think blue eyeshadow has a stigmatism to it that was brought on in like the 70s. I was excited to see that we were coming up with a launch of Blue Dahlia, because it really is, and it's not doing it lightly. Like, we're bringing it back in a very classy way. Last year, you know, it's smoky has been a real trend and is going to continue to be a real trend. But we're doing so much with smoky and warm colors that it was just time to switch it over into some cool tones. And I think that the older trends with blue eyeshadow is to go literally from your lashes to your eyebrow. And that's not what we're doing now. Concentrating the color really around the eyes and stopping before the brow. It's bringing the color out, and we have 2 stories of it. We have a blue, and then we have a violet story. The violet's probably a little bit more user-friendly for the daytime, and the Blue Dahlia is much better for night. But you can use the quads any way you want. You can do them lighter, you can do them darker. They're pretty user-friendly. I experiment with mixing different elements into the shadows. You know, smudging liners all over the lid, adding a little bit of concealer onto a brush before you use the shadow with it. But you can use just the brush by itself and use the color directly onto the lid. You know, the makeup that I do, I like it to be noticeable, but I don't like hard edges. I don't like anything that's, you know, really, really over the top for every day. I think that makeup for every day, I mean, there is room for that type of makeup in runway, at parties, for dramatic, you know, nighttime effects. But for every day, when I talk about timeless and sophisticated, it's really about making the makeup push your natural features forward. So you're looking at eye color versus eyeshadow. You're looking at the size and the texture of a lip versus, you know, the red that we've put on it. You're looking at the skin versus the foundation.
What is the secret about the eyeliner?
You want to go right in between the lashes with it, and then you want to flip it over and use the sponge on the other half to smudge it so that it's not a hard line. Follow with your eyeshadows and end with the mascara. It's so nice to have color.
Yeah,
it's so
but
nice
even when you're 40 plus, you
yeah.
can still wear it.
Yeah, and you know what I like too is that we're getting definitely smarter. We're not, when it comes to the color. I mean, we're always going to sell single eyeshadows, but I think that we're really looking at the pans that we're selling and putting them together for a broad range of women. And when I say broad, I mean age group. You know, the Blue Dahlia quad itself can be used from 16 to 60. And it's one of those quads that, you know, you'll find your colors in them.